So here we go. As you can see, I have one little kitchen counter that's full of ingredients, but I promise you, like we always promise, they're just easy ingredients that you probably already have at home, in your home. I'm gonna divide this in three sections: for the cake, for the merengue, and for the filling. Okay, so we have three: the cake, the merengue, which is this, and the filling, which is going to be a very fruity filling. So for the cake, we need 1 tablespoon of soft butter. We need a half cup of sunflower oil. We need 6 large eggs, but for the cake we need only the yolk. But don't get rid of the egg white because we're going to be needing that too. But for the cake sections, we're going to be needing 6 large eggs and only the yolk of that. We're going to be needing okay, so this is for the cake. This is for the cake. All of this, the flour included. Then we're coming to the merengue. For the merengue, we're gonna need 6 large egg whites, which you kept from this, you know, when you separated the egg yolk and the white. So that's why I said don't throw it away. For the merengue, 6 large egg whites. We're gonna need a half teaspoon of baking powder, just half teaspoon. If you have baking soda, also fine, half teaspoon of that. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 2 teaspoons. This is for the merengue. Moving on to the filling. For the filling, we need 1.5 pounds of fresh strawberry, as you can see. They're fresh, they're nice, they're plump. 1.5 pound of fresh strawberries. We're gonna hold them and quarter them. So, a few pieces, 4 pieces. I'm even starting to talk to you in Dutch. Learn Dutch, you guys, it's easier. And then we need 4 cups of heavy cream, cold. First, we're gonna whisk some stuff. And I decided I'm just gonna whisk it. Just do it the old-fashioned way and pour more love into it. We're gonna whisk the oil. We're gonna whisk the egg yolks. And we're gonna whisk the milk. All right, I know. I switched to the electric mixer because I decided I can put as much love into it as I would with a whisker in other ways. So, no, but the truth is, I didn't remember where we stored this. So I just found it, stumbled up on it, and was like, you know what? Come here, you can really serve well. So, yeah, this is it. We mixed the egg yolk, the oil, and the milk like this. See? Look, doesn't have to be, just a little bit, just a little bit. Just as soon as you see a little bit of foam forming, stop, okay? All right, so now in a separated large bowl, we're going to light mix, which means a little bit with your hand, but mix it really, really good with your hand, you know, like this. Just there to go in there. We're gonna mix the flour of the sugar and the baking powder. So we have 3 ingredients here. Guys, after I finished mixing the flour mixture, I just, I just press it through a sieve just to be sure, just to make sure that it's all fine and nice and no lumps in there. So what Mike is doing right now is he's mixing the egg yolk. Remember this, you guys. The egg yolk mixture. He's mixing that with
the milk.
With the flour mixture. All right, so next we're gonna beat the egg white until it turns a little bit slightly opaque, which means we're not going to make like merengue yet out of this. We're just going to turn the egg white, beat it until it becomes a little bit thick, just a little bit, that it loses this transparency that it has right now. Okay, it's really important.
The merengue mix, as they call it.
Yeah, in 3 stages.
3 stages.
1/3, just fold it in there. I just saw Japanese grandma going from left to right, making some sort of a gentle wave. Second batch, again, another 1/3.
Approximately.
Yeah, you know, as if you can exactly measure those 1/3 separately. So yeah, approximately. Guys, so this is the cake after 45 minutes. I've turned it a little bit down from 170 to 160 degrees. So if you're in the US, you need to do the conversion. But yeah, this is it. Look, I poked the hole. I went all the way to the bottom, and it's clean. The sushi stick that I used to check is really clean, so which means that it's baked thoroughly. Now it needs to sit here about 15 minutes to cool off, but looks perfect and it smells good. So that's how the cake looks. Look, it's really spongy, really soft. It's just a shame that halfway the process of making this, we discovered that the recipe is wrong, and so we had to switch to another form, another tin. That's why we have this one, the bigger one with the hole in the middle. But for this kind of cake, it's actually very nice to have a smaller one, somewhere around 9-inch, so that it will be less wide and more high. So it will rise in. It will rise up instead of getting bigger in the width. So because this is supposed to be cut in three how do you say that? 3 pieces like this. Geez, I hate that. Three pieces on top of each other, and in between each piece we're going to be doing some whipped cream with strawberry. Something we can't do with this because it's not thick enough, it's not high enough. So we're just gonna cut this in two. So we're gonna have two pieces on top of each other. So the cake is been cooling off. To cut it right in the middle, just use one of these threads that you use for your cooking and put it around the cake like you would with a belt around your waist. Just put it like this, make a loop, and then pull at every end of the loop gently while you see the cake being cut right in the middle like this. See? So now we have two pieces. Hello there. Guys, to have the best result, what I've seen many chefs do is when you cut them in half like this, always use the top as the bottom.
Yeah, because it's dry.
Yeah, and it's uneven. See?
So, and now we need to figure a way to get this out of
Yeah,
there.
exactly. But first, we're going to mix gently, like I told you, the strawberries through the whipped cream and put it on here, and then put that on top. Cups.
Oh,
So guys, the last stage. This is the last stage. Whip 2 cups of cream. Like this. Then cut 1.5 1.5 pound of strawberries. It's a lot of strawberry, but yeah, cut it in, take the top off and then cut it in 4 or preferably small pieces like these ones. Okay, so 1.5 pounds of fresh strawberry, hulled and quartered like this. So now we have that and we have the whipped cream, but don't mix them yet. Just when the cake is ready, you take it out of the oven, you leave it cool off for 15 minutes at least, and then you can slice it in the middle. So you want to have 3 pieces of cake or just 2 large pieces if that's what you prefer. But they say preferably 3 pieces because it makes it more festive. Okay, then we have the remaining 2 cups of heavy cream. So this is 2 cups of heavy cream that we whipped like this. We're gonna mix the strawberries through there very gently, very gently. The remaining 2 cups of heavy cream you're gonna whip also, and this is what you're gonna use to kind of cover the whole cake with this. All right, so we figured the best way to do this is first spread out the whipped cream like this. Okay, yeah, I think that's more than enough. And then add the strawberry.
evenly. Let's sprinkle on the strawberries.
Yeah. Now the strawberry. And yes, the whipped cream did not had sugar in it because the cake itself is really sweet as it is, with all that sugar in it. Plus, what we're doing right now is, of course, also, which helps to sweeten the whipped cream, is the strawberries that we're adding right now. Like this. A little bit on there side. Oh, the strawberries smell really fresh. Looks good, right?
Okay.
And then some little bit more on top of the strawberry. I don't think we should use too much because otherwise it will sink into the cake and make it soggy. All right, so now we're gonna put the top on it. All right,
Yeah.
there goes the top.
So there's the top. Goes on like this.
Now, so what we're supposed to do now, you're not supposed to make another layer of the whipped cream, but you're supposed to cover now the whole cake with
Whipped cream.
the remaining whipped cream. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have far too much whipped cream. But one was we made it a little bit thicker than the other one.
Yeah, I said that we were supposed to make a much higher cake so that you will have 3 layers, and then you would come out right with the whipped cream and the strawberries. But like I told you in the prologue, the recipe that we started with is a terrible mess. It's not a good recipe at all.
The recipe is terrible.
Yeah, so we had to do some alteration as we went, but it was really, I can't explain to you guys what a mess it was. So yeah, so I'm really happy that we still have this result, and just to be on the safe side, maybe you should too. Oh my God, it just makes me crazy watching. I want to taste it.
No tasting.
No tasting?
Yeah, and
how are we going to do that? Because it's melting.
Inside.
Maybe you should just do it they said that you should do it very gently with a smooth knife, the one that you have, not with the spoon.
No, not with
because the spoon just bashes it. So we're gonna
do it like this because I've always wondered how to do this, so I've never seen it done. Oh.
All right, we're gonna finish covering the cake with this.
Yeah, stop filming.
Come back to you in a second. So guys, if you have cake toppers, this is a good cake to use them onto. And Mike is adding more strawberry.
Yeah, we had a little bit too much. So
we have a little bit too much, but I would suggest leave out the strawberries because that's just a much prettier sight without these strawberries. Just keep it white with this stuff that Mike added on here, plus this beautiful cake top that we have here. Look, even have the Merry Christmas there. And when you serve it, when you're going to serve it to your guest, only then add the fresh, how do you say that? Strawberries, just to keep the cake as firm for as long as possible. But there it is, you guys. It was a whole kerfuffle. It was terrible. And it took us a long time. Again, just because we had a false start, because the recipe we tended to trust was an incorrect recipe. So again, but yeah, here it is. And I love the way it looks. I honestly do. All right, go make your own and enjoy it. Merry Christmas, you guys. Have a wonderful evening and happy holidays from me and Mike.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, Hoes.
Bye, everybody. Bye, David. So guys, we're making coffee. And we're gonna have this with our cappuccino. It tastes good. The inside looks good. I'd say this is a success.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that. It's really good. Again, I would do the whipped cream that we did to cover it. I would do that last step once you're ready to serve it. All right, that was it. Thank you for watching, guys. Go make your own. You can do it.